Alright, well, anyway, what about you, Alpha? What stood out in Skyward Sword to you the most?
Ooh.
Or things that stood out to you the most?
Oh, man. I'm going to have to go with... I got two things that I really loved. One is the control system.
Okay, that's
fighting system was outstanding with Wii Motion Plus.
Mm-hmm. I agree. It was good. Probably.
I loved it. So.
Yeah, it's what Twilight Princess should have.
It's a laughable strategy.
Yes, definitely. I love that part. That's one thing I love about the swordplay is that there's strategy to it. Not a lot of Zelda games is just hack and slash, you know. And it's like and even
or button mashing.
Yeah, and even more, it's like in previous games, like lately it's been getting too easy. Well, except for Skyward Sword, of course, they've really ramped up the damage dealing for the enemies do, which I think was I love that part.
That was great.
Still didn't die.
Yeah, but like with Twilight Princess and with Phantom Hourglass and with even Spirit Tracks, it's
too easy.
Yeah,
and I love the games, but they were way too easy.
Well, Spirit Tracks was harder, I think. Regarding the puzzles.
Spirit Tracks was nice. Really nice.
Yes. But the enemy still could have dealt more damage because it was all like, oh wait, are you gonna attack me, bro? Because I'm not gonna attack you, bro, if you're not gonna attack. Oh crap! One hit, I'm dead.
Yeah, and the fighting for Spirit Tracks and Phantom Hourglass, it's just like tap on screen, tap 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 tap. I mean, it's the same thing as button mashing, really.
I guess maybe. I mean, enemies could have.
The aspect I really like about the Zelda games in general are the puzzles. So games that don't have puzzles.
I guess you don't like Zelda 2 for that reason? Or because Zelda 2 didn't have that many puzzles beyond, okay, here's where the spell is supposed to be used. Use it here.
Yeah. I did finish it, though.
Yeah.
So, nice. Yeah.
It was hard. But...
I still need to finish that one.
Yeah, I've only been able to finish it, like, I don't know, 2 summers ago, maybe? But... So what was that other thing that you were going to say, Alpha?
Other thing was, back with what Tayro was saying, Girahim plus Demise.
Okay.
Both of those together, I think, were outstanding.
Yeah.
I agree.
Really good.
Because, I mean, you do see Girahim from the very beginning, but I think it's the end of the Earth Temple when you meet Girahim is when he starts saying, oh, I'm going to revive my master. So the entire time you know there's somebody else behind the scenes. And as the story goes, you get more and more information. And then you're fighting the Imprisoned, which is just fantastic. I loved the Imprisoned fights.
Oh god, I was so stressed on those fights. Like, oh my god, he's getting closer. He's getting closer. Oh my
I
god,
have a very funny story regarding the Imprisoned fight, which actually I think I already told Alpha about this over Skype. I think I was doing like either the boss rush or I was on hero mode doing it for the second time. Well, by second time I mean like it was like his third form where, you know, he gets the ability to defy gravity and all that and fly. Basically, it was like getting to the third part where, you know, you had to launch yourself with the Gruesinator. Awesome name, by the way. And you know, you had to aim right on his head. Turns out, okay, I was aiming right at his head. Turns out I think I like undershot it or like overshot it. So it's like I flew right to the end and all that. So I had to get back right up there, and eventually I did shoot myself up to this, you know, to his head again. And I got the ceiling spike down twice, and right as I was reaching up for the second one, it was like, oh no. It was like, oh no, he's reached the temple, all is lost, and then boom, game over.
Oh,
that was so annoying. Oh my god.
Yeah, the moment that the Gruesinator came up, though, I just started launching myself out of that thing all the time.
I need to do that more often because I hear you can go to different areas of that. Like
I haven't tried that, but I
hear you can go like to either Elven Volcano or the Linear Desert with that, which I haven't even tried.
I haven't either.
I hear you can do that, so.
That would be fantastic.
Yeah.
This will be a test, like right when I get off here.
Yeah, so we should probably try that next time. And you played the game 7 times, so.
Yeah,
Yeah, you were
every
saying,
time I saw it, I just launched at his head.
Yeah. You were saying, Alex? Sorry to interrupt you there.
Oh, I don't remember.
Gosh darn it! KP!
Guys, disagreeing with someone or something.
Okay, maybe, I don't know. Okay.
But yeah, Girahim and Demise, and then especially the final battle where you're essentially, I mean, it's a little more complicated, but you're essentially fighting both of them together.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Which is...
Because Girahim's
so
the sword. The anti-Master Sword.
Oh, I loved that, because it's like, so many, it's like they fixed the problem with Twilight Princess where you fight Zant and then it's like, oh, we've got Ganondorf as well.
Yeah.
Off to the side. Now it's like, oh, you beat Girahim, but, oh, he's still around. He's still gonna kill you if you just... You gotta beat this other guy now, but you've been fighting him the entire time. You've been constantly learning more about Demise, and now you fight both of them together, more or less.
Funny thing about that part is I didn't know the first time that I could put my sword in the air and get that thunder when he did.
Neither did I. I had to do that.
So I did that whole part with just beating him down.
I did too. It was annoying.
And then second time I went through, I'm like, oh, this makes sense now.
Lightning can do anything!
Yeah.
I mean, I found it confusing because Fi actually said that you weren't able to use Skyward Strikes there. So I thought...
Yeah, that's why I didn't do it.
Yeah.
And I was like, what?
Yeah, then I accidentally raised my sword the second time and it was like, oh, that would have made that like 1,000,000 times easier.
Yeah, and it has made 1,000,000 times easier. And
I think that's a good thing because it's like, there's new things in the fight you don't realize at first.
If I was trolling you...
so yeah.
Scumbag fight.
So yeah. I think we can all agree that Girahim and Demise are two really awesome villains. Even though we only know very much about, Girahim, we don't know... Well, okay, we know some stuff about Demise. Actually, we know quite a bit about Demise now, actually. All things considered. But,
I just thought it was like short, as in, after Demise actually appears as himself, it's like, oh, fight, quick fight, over, game over, oh, already?
well...
This was all I was,
Oh, he's the
like, they build up some
Well, technically you fought him
demigods
3 times
of
before
evil.
that.
It's like, just this fight? Oh.
Yeah, you technically fought him 3 times before that, so I guess in a way it's like,
I don't know, I think they could
But
have
not in
prolonged
that
it a bit.
form. Like,
Yeah.
the form was a lot cooler.
Well,
I like
But
it
I
early,
mean,
but
it
I
is like
think
the
they
final fight,
Yeah.
so they had to...
yeah, he looked like Akuma in the
Climactic.
final fight, and everyone's making that joke, so I'm gonna make it here too.
Yeah, he
Like,
looked
for example,
to
if
me.
he
to me, I saw like a-
the land, you had to fix it before fighting him or something. This way, it doesn't even seem like he's some sort of demigod who could oppose the goddesses himself.
Well, he's basically Satan of the Zelda series, so.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
he didn't seem as powerful then.
But he's still cool.
It's of course. I loved it.
Well, the way I see it is either he's not as powerful or Link is just much more epic than we originally realized.
Well, he
Link
is.
is Zelda's Hercules.
Well, yeah, actually, pretty
Yeah.
much, because think of it this way. Okay, first of all, Demise came up from beneath the ground and all that, and started wreaking havoc everywhere, and Hylia comes and seals his butt back into the ground. She suffers very, very severe injuries, and that's when she decided, okay, I'm just going to reincarnate myself and stuff. Yeah, and then Link comes around, does the same thing with Demise, and he doesn't deal any severe, doesn't get any lasting injuries. So basically, think of it, let me put this into perspective. Link fought against a god of evil better than a goddess did.
But was...
Well-
So
like,
what gives
he
here,
was-
man?
Life
he
was
as
weak and
powerful?
politics.
Yeah, he might have been in a weaker form fighting Link than...
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, okay,
Still, I
maybe.
think it could have been explored a bit more.
Maybe. He
Like,
did
Well,
have...
also-
He's there, and then it's over.
Well, maybe.
I also have to say he's weaker because when Link fought him, he was just sealed. So I mean, he just pretty much went through that battle because remember he had to go back in time for that part.
Well, he also just did consume Zelda's soul, remember? But he didn't absorb it completely, so I guess it's another reason why. He may not have been as powerful, but then again,
Yeah.
Well, I see it as just consuming Zelda's soul isn't really that much of a big thing because she made herself mortal so she could actually use the Triforce since she's not a god anymore. So absorbing Zelda is just absorbing another mortal. She
Not
couldn't
really.
be
No,
God.
she's absorbing the soul.
No.
It's just
Well,
the
yeah, I
soul
know.
is in the soul is in a mortal shell basically. And
Yeah,
her
I
soul,
know, but
she's
still one of those
she's still a
things.
goddess technically. Like her soul has has basically divine energy and all that, and it's
Yeah,
still Hylia's soul. They're still
Which
one and the
explains
same.
The royal family's magic attunement.
Exactly.
I mean, I see that, but I mean, it was still one of those things. He wasn't exactly, he didn't exactly completely absorb it, and it's still kind of immortal. He was just taking at that point.
Yeah.
Because I think that's what he was still kind of getting through. He wasn't even like actually at the soul part for her.
I guess, but you know.
I mean, that whole ritual thing, she was sitting there trying to be absorbed, still kind of failed, and...
Well,
The only thing that this kind of not has to do with what we're talking about right now, but the only kind of thing that like puzzles me is like everybody like has a part like in the series. Like there's like, you know, the hero and then like Zelda and stuff and like Sheik and stuff like that. And then but like in this one they had like Groose and he was like a part of it, but like his role in the whole like thing doesn't really like connected to any of the other games. Do you kind of understand what I'm saying with that?
Yes, but
Like there's not really like a Groose in like
Well,
or
that's
like
because-
a role. I don't know.
That's because when Demise died, he said he was pretty much just going to be haunting Zelda and Link. He wasn't going to be haunting Zelda, Link, and Groose.
I just don't know why they had to like bring him in to like the whole thing in Skyward Sword.
Just so
Well, because he's awesome.
Like
Yeah.
comic relief, because like
well,
there's
comic
some great,
relief.
there's some great parts of the Groose. I'm not gonna lie. Like my favorite part in the whole game is where he goes down there too, and they're like, we need to name this place. And let's name it Groose
Slam!
My favorite part of him is the very end. I like to call it the Legend of Groose.
That's a little joke, by the way.
That's a little joke, by the way.
But I think they
And
actually
the
added him,
Academy's 25th birthday anniversary.
Yeah, that too.
I think they actually added Groose more so Link seems more like just a normal, this wasn't like just this kid who just went on an adventure. I mean, one of my favorite points of the game is that they actually kind of gave a background for why Link could actually do all this stuff he was doing. He was a knight in training, and Groose was pretty much just like a rival knight that he was, make him seem more human, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he defeats the god.
Pretty much. Just like every other game.
With the power of the Triforce.
That too. That is true.
Fine.